Welcome back to One-on-One Sports. I'm now joined by Eric Kendall and Connor O'Neill for some NFL action. Connor, we're going to start with you. Now, the offseason is happening, and Roger Goodell is thinking that possibly they're going to be playing, but it's not looking likely right now. It looks like there's going to be a lockout. Do you think that any team stands to benefit from this lockout?
Yes, there are a select few teams that can benefit, and I think the one team that really stands to benefit the most from this lockout is the New York Jets. I know we're tired of hearing about Rex Ryan. I know we're tired of hearing about feet, but look what Mark Sanchez is doing out in California. He's got all the Jets receivers out there again for Jets West. He's entering his third year. He's stepping into a leadership
Connor,
role.
to me, that doesn't seem like a progressive step for the Jets. I mean, Mark Sanchez needs some game action to get any better than he is. He's a pretty good player. He could be better. But if they don't play games, I don't see how they get better. I look at guys who have proven it already in these veteran teams. You look at the Colts. Peyton Manning, you think a year off is going to affect him? No way. You look at the Ravens with their veteran defense. They know how to conduct themselves in a elongated offseason.
That's an old defense.
It's an old defense, but you know what? They're not getting any older this year. They're not taking the hits. It's going to benefit them.
That's a Ray Lewis that is coming to Elon making speeches rather than working out and getting into playing shape.
And no, kudos for him for doing that. I think it would be good for them.
I think those two teams could also stand to benefit, but even though they've won the Super Bowl, I think the Green Bay Packers also stand a chance because they're going to be getting back like Ryan Grant, who's coming back from injury right now. Now, also during this offseason, a lot of talk has surrounded a lot of the players who have had a lot of legal issues. And so what do you think the league's image is going to be like after these legal issues, Eric?
Well, legal issues it's nothing new to the league. I mean, sure, some stories have happened. Guys get in trouble in the offseason. I don't look too much into it. You know, Goodell, once he has control over these players and they are part of the NFL again, which they're not, he'll put his foot down on this. This is a trend that hasn't really spiked. You see more stories, but I don't see it getting out of control. NFL will be what it is in a number of years.
See, this is the no fun league, and right now there is no NFL. There's a lockout. There's a stop of activity.
So guys are having fun.
So it's fun league. It's Reggie Bush on Twitter explaining that he's just hanging out in Vegas. You know, it's guys like that. It's Chad Ochocinco making claims that he can be a professional soccer player. They have fun now.
I don't know about these guys. Yes, these guys are having fun, but some guys are getting in trouble. And it's not good, but I don't see any big deal about it. I don't see that we have to make a huge deal out of a few guys, which happens every offseason. You see that when the NFL is in.
Well, speaking of the offseason, this is probably the first offseason in a while that we have not heard Brett Favre's name on a regular basis. Now, of course, he does want to try to get his name out there, and he's trying to decide whether he wants to be a coach or a TV personality. What do you guys think?
Stick to the TV. You cannot trust a man who has thrown 336 career interceptions to be a coach.
Okay, so we're completely taking him out of coach. He's down in Mississippi every time. Does he have to be an NFL coach? Can he be a high school coach? I think that'd be pretty good. That's what John Elway used to do before he's now at the Broncos. Yeah, I have a hard time seeing him in the booth. He would come up dressed like you every day. This sort of like casual Friday. What is it, happy hour, Connor? What is this all about?
Hey, last day of classes was today, Eric, in case you didn't notice. I mean, I know you don't go to class anymore, but come on.
No, yeah, I can see him being a pretty good coach. I mean, the things he did on the field are things you can't coach. He's not a Peyton Manning to me where he can bestow his wisdom on someone. Only he could do what he sort of envisioned himself doing. I don't know if he'd be a quarterback's coach, but he definitely gets some publicity as a good NFL coach.
Neither one. Brett Favre, stay home with your family. We gave us enough headaches over the past 4 years. Stay home.
Go fishing or something.
Time for us to take another break, but when One-on-One returns, Joey Accordino will sit down with our NBA experts as they debate what the most surprising thing is this far in the playoffs. You're watching One-on-One Sports.